Hey everyone, so today I want to talk about personalization. I see too many companies failing in the outbound, and we are here to help at Salestools. So, what not to do when doing cold outreach, and how to personal email to sales that sells. That's what we're all about today. My name is Jasper, I'm the founder of Demand. We're behind Salestools, Exact Visitor, and Tech Tracker. We have extensive experience within this field, and I hope you tune around to learn more. So, the notion is that people, they hate to be interrupted or sold to. For example, when I lived in the US, now in Europe, I simply disliked every time I went to a retail store because a sales rep would jump on me and try to oversell me. When I just came for a pair of shorts or jeans, whatever it was, I'd be greeted by this friendly face, which is an amazing experience compared to go to a European store where you kind of have to fight for help. But the point is, when done wrong, the experience is not good. It's all about the person, and you gotta read the person. So to get into it, okay? So you wanna reach out to an account and you send this cold email, it's stuck in the sea, you don't know what's gonna happen, is it gonna rain, is it gonna shine? So that's what we're gonna address. We're gonna start out, and I'm gonna get in the end, how to write one-to-one personalization images, how I'm doing it, how to convert more leads than just automated like the majority of companies does. And you're gonna take that away and learn today. So many of us, I used to do this era myself back in the days. You know, we send an email and then like, hey, did you get it? Well, that doesn't really cut it anymore because too many people are spamming. And you gotta be relevant, it's all about you. So for example, I got this LinkedIn request yesterday. Hey Jasper, I see that you're CEO of Demand. I'm looking to connect with professionals like you. So first of all, I'm aware of my job title. Stating that is clearly automated. He didn't spend a second to do research. He could have talked about Exact Visitor in my latest post. Something that is relevant to me. But right now he just shows that he cares more about himself. So in reality, as I know, based on also his job title, business development representative, for sure I'm going to get a sales pitch. So if you are actually a BDR and SDR, you might want to have a different type of job titles on LinkedIn, and you want to focus on personalization so it resonates with the person. Obviously in this case I'm going to hit ignore. It's as simple as this. Then I have this other fellow, he wrote, hey Jasper, I don't mind me sending this invite, but I'm keen to expand my network with fellow finance professionals. First of all, I'm not a finance professional. I'm a serial entrepreneur. What I do is I love to help companies scaling their revenue faster through cutting edge technologies. So he got that one wrong at every single level. Then we have this person here, hey Jasper, of scoping out company founders. Again, clearly automated, looking for someone who really stands out as an of the authority. Well, I honestly, you pique my interest. Have you published any books I can check out and buy? Okay, so the last part actually, she's trying to turn that around to be a little bit more like, hey, I'm interested in learning more about you, but she didn't have to ask me that question. She could have done the second, checking my LinkedIn profile, then reach out. I'll show you in a second again how do we do that at scale and how easy it is. But I just want to make sure, do not do these things. So this is what I call the serial killer email. If you use the likes of Salestools, or you want to send some physical items to the office to get them on a demo, you're probably not going to write, hey marketing team, I would like to send you a package in the mail to ensure you arrive in the right location. Can you please send me the best email address? It's like, okay, what are they gonna send? Probably write like, hey, love what you guys are doing. Saw your latest blog post, marketing, you're killing it. Also love, and you take with techtracker.io, right? We've seen you recently installed this marketing technology on your website. Actually, I just want to send over some cool vest or coffee cup, whatever it is. Could you provide me with the email? That have been a much better approach, a little bit more about them. And again, it will take a couple of minutes to have that insight, or you can again use Sales Hub, and it's right there at the screen, which we'll come into. Here's another example of an email that completely get it wrong, right? If you haven't guessed it, it happens to be one of those people that love good cold email. Am I just being sick? Maybe. Do you know why? Scroll down to the bottom and find out. Have you had enough? Please don't tell me bother you anymore and unsubscribe. Please click here. So he's already asking you to unsubscribe, or she, before you get to the point. First of all, this email is way too long. He's talking about some open rate down there. Rather, talk about the technology the company's using, ask a relevant question, and test if this is the right person. Again, you're reaching the ICP, the persona. This is too long. And again, this is too automated. Again, it's not about me. And this one, I mean, I don't care about zombies. I don't know about you. Hey, I feel strongly that and then the man could benefit from our comprehensive media monitoring platform, but I struggled to get a hold of you lately. First of all, I don't recommend to state that. That's coming down to like the level of desperation. This could mean only one thing. Your office has become subsumed by a zombie outbreak. Okay, humor sometimes can be good. If I post around zombies on my LinkedIn profile or my social media feed. Otherwise, I wouldn't recommend to do something. It's like an alternative to the breakup email. They were cool like 5 years ago. So again, this is not the way to do it. And again, way too automated, nothing personal. And we can go on like on the list, right? This is another one. My name is Beep, and I run a company called Beep, and as well, where I teach others to attract massive attention by using social media like a pro. Okay, not completely bad, but again, we're starting out being all about him or her, not about me. I'm receiving this email. You should state something that you find interesting about me or what I'm doing. Otherwise, I probably just hit delete. I wouldn't continue to read. And then the email goes on talking about cost per lead and everything. If that's relevant to me, I should probably state some of that in the top, together with the research about demand or sales hub, exact visitor tech tracker, and say, hey, I haven't had many clients yet. I really want to work with your discount. Okay, fair enough. Maybe we can test you out. Sometimes, if we want to help people, there can be one way to go around. The other way is, okay, here's a case study. This is how we help companies similar to yours. And then you actually state companies that are similar to us, right? Talk about it. That would pique my interest and let me read it. So what you really need to do is you need to stop sending boring emails that is all about your LinkedIn connection request. As simple as that. And I'm going to jump into it now. But the outcome is, of course, is going to be that you're getting more demos. So let's get into Sales Hub. So I'm jumping into Sales Hub right here. And I go into my personalization task. So let me just show you how I set that up first, how it actually works. So I have an automation here I call London one-to-one. That can run either through a plugin on LinkedIn, you add people in, or you add people in a long list, depending on how you do it. This one, I took a sales navigator search, and then I had a step called manual prospect. Then we verify if the email exists. Then I have a baseline of connection request, okay? Why is this baseline important well, the baseline is gonna talk about the message if I don't have something to personalize around. And then I build it out based on email templates, today, LinkedIn messages, and so on and so forth. If we didn't verify the email, then on the left side we do connection, LinkedIn messages in a longer sequence, because just having 2-3 touch points is not enough. So once you start running this, you can start personalizing. And I'm going to talk about our process here. So let's start this one. I have 474 prospects to run. If you become efficient, you do 40 people in less than an hour, and you see 5x higher reply rate. So this is how it looks. So I have Santi Tanasu. She's a marketing journalist at Do It International. She's from London, UKC. I don't need to open up her LinkedIn profile. This for me is always super important. So she says, as a result-driven professional with 6 years plus experience in SaaS background, marketing, analytics, and research. They have expertise in B2B marketing, developing strategies. Okay. We also know that we are prospecting another person from this company. We also know her latest LinkedIn post. So let's take a look and see what you posted last on LinkedIn. If I don't have a talking point, you know what? If I don't have a talking point, it's actually rather simple. We can just copy paste the text here, right? So what are the common pitfalls in the cloud? So let's say I don't have enough talking point. I can go in and say I want to personalize my LinkedIn connection request with her. So I can go in and say, hey Santi, we already put that in based on our templates. And basically what's going to happen is here, hey Santi, I was checking your last post about then we can talk further, right? We can go in, okay, love the list of 6 pitfalls. I mean, it could be something simple as that. Now, I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking about her. I'm giving a compliment to something she did, right? So what I typically do is I copy paste this connection request, and then in my email that goes out, I'm going to put the same in and save it. And then the first LinkedIn message, just to make sure, you know what, it's personalized. Now I personalize my message to her. I might perhaps want to check what technology she's using. So we know she's using HubSpot. We also know that it's a WordPress site because it's all Yoast, and so on and so forth. So I know a little bit more about them. So perhaps I want to talk about HubSpot if I want to do so. Once I'm ready, I just hit send to prospect. She's executed, done. If I have the website tracker and as you visited the company visit, we actually see those visits right here. If you haven't tracked the company with Tech Tracker, you wouldn't see anything like here. But what we have updated is we actually run the technologies in now. So everybody will show the technologies and it feeds into the live API from Tech Tracker, which is pretty cool. So again, we don't have too much on this person. Now, what you also have the ability to do is to go through every single person and look at them before you actually sit down and go back and forward or skip if that's like, let's see this one. She's an EMEA demand generation manager. She's perfect for sales hubs. We don't want to skip her. He's director, extended strategy, We have a mutual connection if that's relevant. We also have like the last LinkedIn post again. So let's see here. This looks like a webinar. So it's going on 27 to 28 April, right? Ready for your... Let's just double check before. So this is actually an event, right? Sorry. So it could be something so simple, right? We talk about the event, something that the person cares about. Now he sees that in his LinkedIn feed, that's relevant to him, he's going to accept. And again, I just put it in right here in the first connection request. The other ones are targeted. These are the messages that will go out in a sequence after they accept, and then it's sent to prospect. So again, it's all about going one by one, and it takes, as you see, literally seconds here per person. Some people like this one, completely irrelevant, so we're just gonna hit skip. This person, I prospected a lot of people from the same company, you see right here. So I might want to say, oh, he's a business development analyst, but we have the product marketing manager, so he's not relevant. I don't want to reach everybody in the company, so I'm just gonna hit skip. Same company again, right? So what I want to do is we align the people per company so they always come after each other. So I'm probably just going to hit next a couple of times here to get past engage tech. And let's focus on another example. But I want to show you how easy it is to personalize. By the way, this is the new UI coming to Sales Hub. We're working on making it super simple and easy to use, give you more real estate for personalization here. So the platform is more intuitive. So this VP of Business Development EMEA at Ericsson Emoto, he's a seasoned professional with over 12 years experience. He has different specialities. So we can talk about his experience, right? Hey Wesley, I noticed. So I would never write a notice, right? Because it seems so automated. Sometimes. Based marketing sector. I want to ask a quick question, as I notice you have 12 years plus experience with mobile marketing, location-based marketing, etc. And then typically I want to understand precisely more. So let's say I know Ericsson is an old telephone company in Sweden, but let's just go in and read about this division, what they're doing very fast. So Emoto aggregates, create and activates carrier data. So I have very quickly some more information here. So now we talked about what he's delivering. Boom, right? Again, I can copy and paste that down here. So I make sure that first message wouldn't pop up on LinkedIn after you connected with me. Because the reality is, we have a 76% connection rate when we personalize. Before, we were averaging about 25%. So you do the math, what it does for you. Typically, we see a high response rate on the second reply when we add that personalization to. So again, Renaud, we love him, right? But look here, how much information, how much meat we have on him. He talks about what he likes, his specialities, and so on and so forth. Again, we know his technologies. So it's super simple to run personalization, to go through it all. So that actually was the purpose of what we're showing here today. I want just to walk very fastly through how to avoid doing the common pitfall, writing bad emails that it's automated, and simply take a second, set up an automation, run it through one-to-one. It's super simple. And as you see right here, we serve the data to you, fully automated. And you can just go in and second customize it around the person. But keep in mind, what you really want to focus on when you automate and run a personalization is, how do I get the person to accept, and how do I strategize it so they reply on my next message. And by doing so, you got to read the profile. You got to try to understand what is Renaud all about here. He liked business development of digital innovation, service and product. So he's really much into technology, IPR, assets development, research management, active interest. He loves AI. So we can talk about like graph theory, extensions, stochastic modeling. So I can use some of these keywords, right, to actually engage with him. Because when he reads that is something piquing his interest. Rather than saying, hey, I want to connect with you because you are in the finance industry, or I'm looking out for professionals like you. I know that's a sales pitch, but the moment that somebody actually resonates with me, I have a high connection rate, and your connection acceptance has to do with how many people you can connect with over time on LinkedIn as well. So if you don't do it right and just believe that everything can be automated, you will start seeing restrictions as well. So it's super important that you use the data right and connect the dots and talk to people in their way. Welcome to personalization. This is how you should do it, and appreciate that you're taking the time to look with us here today. And again, it's all about what not to do when doing cold outreach, avoid the common pitfalls as I went over, and how to personalize and talking in a way that the prospect will reply to. It's all about them. It's not about you and me. It's all about who do you want to sell to. So get started today. Head over to saleshub.ai. Get in and do one-to-one automations. It's really simple as you've seen. Build an automation, one click, and you run just through your daily target. They do 40 people a day, and you will see that you're starting booking exact visitor. In fact, do that, and they're booking 5 to 10 demos per sales rep every single day now. Before they did one-to-one personalization, they were averaging about 1 to 2 when they sent out to 200-300 people a day. Now do 40 and booking 5 to 10 demos. You see the ratio? You, instead of going for quantity, you're going for quality, and they're building over $200,000 of pipeline every single month right now, using one-to-one by Sales Hub, using 2 people. So get started. Thank you for watching. My name is Jasper. If there's any questions, head over to Sales Hub, hit the chat. Our team's there to help.